All right, in this problem, we need to find the value of x, okay? Which, as you can see, is the length of one of the sides of the right triangle, okay? Now, let's see what we're given so far. We know that this angle is 63 degrees, and we know that this side is 13, and of course this side is x, all right? So we need to use our tangent ratio to come up with the answer to x, okay? So let's make sure you have that copied down. All right, and now we're going to go for it now. We're going to go and try to use this question. Now, notice, of course, I don't have this label. My suggestion is always label your angles. So let's just call it something. Let's just say D, E, and F. Okay, we'll call those D, E, and F. Now, if I'm going to use tangent, what can I do to help me find what that is? Okay, well, if 63 degrees is here, then we can write this as a tangent of 63 degrees, because we know that that's our angle measurement, and it's going to be equal to our opposite over adjacent. Well, the opposite of 63 degrees is 13, so I'm going to put 13 up here. And our adjacent, which is right here, is going to be x. So that's 13 over x, okay? So what we have to do now, of course, is find x. And now we have to go to the calculator because there's something I need to teach you so that you won't get the wrong answer, okay? So follow me over here, please. Now, you see that it says tangent 63 degrees equals 13 over x. Now, we have to figure out what tangent of 63 degrees is, okay? As far as the actual amount that it is, okay? So, the first thing you have to do, of course, is turn on the calculator, all right? And we're going to reset. So we're going to do second plus 7, 1, and then 2. And we have our RAM cleared, right? Now, what I want you to do is press the mode button, okay? Press the mode button, and you'll get this screen right here. And you notice, if you scroll down 2 places, you'll see the word radian flash. Now, this is your default on the calculator. Your default on the calculator is that it's in radians. But to the right of it, you see the word degree. And since we're talking about the tangent of 63 degrees, we need to have this as a degree. So just move over to the right where degree is flashing, press enter to lock it in, and now your calculator is in degrees. Okay? All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and go and press second quit or second mode and go back to my home screen. Now, all we're going to do now is we're going to find out what the tangent of 63 degrees is. So to do that, you're going to press the tangent button by seeing the word TAN, which is next to the caret, and you'll see TAN followed by a parentheses. Then all you got to do is put 63 in, close your parentheses, and press enter. And that will tell you what tangent of 63 degrees is, okay? Now, we're just gonna go ahead and round this to the nearest hundredth. So we have 1.96, 2 is too low to round up, so we're gonna keep it at 1.96. So, I'm just gonna replace the tangent of 63 degrees with 1.96. And that's equal to 13 over x, okay? Now, how do we solve for x? Well, since this is 13 divided by x equals 1.96, we can actually rewrite it by interchanging these two numbers right here. So that would actually make x equal to 13 divided by 1.96, okay? 13 divided by 1.96. I hope you understand that, because think about it. If you did, and just on a side note, wouldn't 2, if you have 2 equals 8 over 4, that 8 over 4 equals 2, that's a true statement, right? But isn't 4 equal to 8 over 2 a true statement also? Yes. You just interchange the numbers, and then it gives you still a true statement, okay? So that's just a side note. Now, all we gotta do is find what 13 divided by 1.96 is. So, I got my calculator handy. So, let's find out what it is. So, I'm gonna do 13 divided by 1.96 and press enter, and there's my answer. Round, and we're gonna round to the nearest hundredth. So we have 6.63. Again, 2 is not high enough for me to round up. So x is going to be 6.63 units, because we don't know if it's centimeters or whatever. So that is how we can find the length of a missing side using tangent ratios. Now, in case you didn't understand how to find x, here's another way you can do it. If I have 1.96 right here, and equals to 13 over x, which is basically a fraction over here and the decimal over here, I can make this a proportion, right? And I can just put this over 1, right? Because we know that putting any number over 1 just keeps it the same. And now look, I have a fraction, a proportion we have right here. So how do you solve a proportion? Cross multiply and divide. So I'm going to multiply these two and multiply these two. So we have 1.96x, because 1.96 times x is that, equals to 13 times 1, which is 13. Okay? And then, of course, to solve for x, we got to get rid of this. So to get rid of it, I'm going to divide, because this is 1.96 times x. So I'm going to divide both sides by 1.96. And look, this cancels out, right? And look, it's exactly the same thing we just talked about. X equals 13 over 1.96. And so again, just divide 13 by 1.96, and you should get your answer, which was 6.6, was it 2?
3.
3. All right? And there's another way to solve for x.